A very good morning, dear children. I hope you are doing fine at home. I welcome you to the grammar topic discussion, that is subject and predicate. In the last class, we had talked about sentences, and I really appreciate the way you have understood the topic and given the response in the classroom discussion of the grammar book exercises. The response was amazing, and I hope that even now for this topic you will be sincerely paying attention and we will work out in the same manner. So I'll just give you a quick recap of what we did in the last class. In the last class we had discussed what is a sentence. After that we had discussed the various kinds of sentence like the declarative, the exclamatory, the imperative and so on. So after knowing the different kinds of sentence and its uses, today we are going to jump up to another topic, that is subject and predicate. So what is a subject? See, whenever we are talking about something, whenever I speak a sentence, for example, when I say, I am very happy. So who is very happy? It is I who is very happy. So about whom are we talking? You are talking about me. I am talking about myself. So out here, I becomes the subject and very happy becomes the predicate. Now let's see certain examples which I have quoted on the board. The boys run in the park. Now first of all, let's get back to the type of sentences and try to remember what kind of sentence it is. So it is an assertive sentence because a statement is being made, an announcement is being made, we can say, or a fact is being declared. And what is the fact that is being declared? The boys run in the park. It is an example of an assertive sentence. Now because we are doing the topic subject and predicate, so let's understand what is the subject out here. The boys. About whom are we talking? Who is running in the park? It is the boys who are running in the park. So the boys become the subject. And what is the predicate? Predicate is the remaining part of the sentence, we can say, or we can say that whatever we are talking about the subject, that becomes our predicate. So in the given example, what would be our predicate? Run in the park becomes our predicate. Let us take another example. The story is very interesting. So what is very interesting? We are talking about what? We are talking about the story. So about what we are talking, that becomes our subject. So the story is our subject. And what are we talking about the subject? We are saying that the story is very interesting. So is very interesting becomes our predicate. Another example. I like eating ice cream. So I hope every one of you likes eating ice cream. But yeah, it's Corona phase and we should be having warm things and just avoid the ice creams for the time being. But assuming that we like ice cream, let's take up the topic. I like eating ice cream. So who likes eating ice cream? We are talking about I. So this I becomes our subject. And what does this I like? This I likes eating ice cream. So like eating ice cream becomes our predicate. So these three sentences which we have done so far, all of these sentences were examples of assertive sentence. Assertive sentence which is also referred as declarative. And very easily we have been successful in finding out what is the subject and what is the predicate. By now I'm pretty sure you must be clear with the fact what is a subject in a sentence. We have noticed that a subject and a predicate is present in a sentence itself. It is a part of the sentence. Now which part will we refer as the subject? We will refer as the subject that part about which the things are being spoken. For example, we had seen in the first example, the boys were running in the park. So we were talking about the boys. So the boys became our subject. And what other information we got about the boys? We came to know that they are running in the park. So the rest of the sentence becomes our predicate. In a sentence which is assertive, very easily you will be able to find the subject as well as the predicate. Now we are going to move ahead and discuss the other varieties of sentence and how you will be finding the subject or the predicate out there. So let's take another example. Stand up quickly. Stand up quickly is a command. It is an order, and like we discussed in the last class, in imperative sentences, what kind of things are included? Commands are included, orders are included, advice is included, suggestion is included, and even request is included. So, stand up quickly. What is stand up quickly? Stand up quickly is an order or command. Now you will be asking the question, ma'am, nobody is being said to stand up. There is no one we know. No name is being mentioned. We cannot see anything out here in the 3-word sentence, stand up quickly. So how are we going to identify the subject? In imperative sentence, the rule goes like this. We are going to assume that YOU is the subject. We are going to assume you as the subject. Reason being, probably the speaker wants to say, you stand up. So this we are going to assume. So you becomes your subject and stand up becomes your predicate. Stand up quickly becomes your predicate. In order to clear your confusion, another example I have taken. Take rest properly. Take rest properly. Now take rest properly is an advice. Okay. So whom are we saying to take rest properly? Again out here we will assume that the speaker wants to say you take rest properly. You take rest properly, and what will we mention as the subject? Our subject becomes YOU, and what will be our predicate? Take rest properly becomes our predicate. So far we have completed 2 kinds of sentence. The first one was assertive and how to identify the subject and predicate. Second one is imperative, where we have taken an example of an advice and an order. So this is the way you are going to find the subject and the predicate for these 2 varieties. Now let's move ahead and discuss about the next kinds of sentence. So we have, has she bought the books? Question mark. Has she bought the books? Question mark. Whenever there is a question mark, it is an interrogative sentence. And how do we identify an interrogative sentence? It is a sentence where something is being asked, something is being inquired from us. Okay, so has she bought the books? This is a question. We are easily able to identify that this is an interrogative sentence. So now, how will you find out that what is the subject? Has is not the subject out here. So what is the subject? Whenever we get interrogative sentence as well as exclamatory sentence, that is the reason I have kept the 2 together to teach you at the last. Exclamatory as well as your interrogative sentence, whenever we are talking about these 2 varieties of sentence, what we have to do, we have to convert these sentences into assertive sentences, and then very easily you will be able to identify that what is the subject and what is the predicate. So this I have already done for you on the board. Just have a look. Has she bought the books? I have converted this sentence into an assertive sentence. So my sentence becomes, she has bought the books. What is the sentence? She has bought the books. Now this is the conversion of this particular sentence into assertive. Now when I observe this particular sentence, easily I can see that what is being talked about. So who has bought the books? She has bought the books. So she becomes my subject. Has bought the books become my predicate. I hope I am very much clear. Once again I am repeating for your revision. Whenever we are having sentences that are exclamatory or interrogative, we change them into assertive. We change them into declarative or assertive sentences so that we are able to easily identify what is the subject and what is the predicate. Last example I'll be saying, wow, such a pretty face. Wow, such a pretty face. So what kind of a sentence it is? It is an exclamatory sentence. A sudden feeling is being expressed. So I have converted this exclamatory sentence into an assertive. You have such a pretty face. Okay, you have such a pretty face. So in this sentence, easily you can identify what is the subject. You is what is being talked about. So you becomes our subject. Have such a pretty face becomes our predicate. So we have done around 7 examples. In these 7 examples, we have discussed all the 4 varieties of sentences. Quick revision let's have. When it is an assertive sentence, assertive which is also known as declarative sentence, very easily you can identify the subject and predicate by just checking कि किसके बारे में बात हो रही है, what is being talked about. So that becomes your subject. क्या बात हो रही है, what is being talked about. So that becomes your predicate. If I say Ram is playing cricket, so Ram के बारे में बात हो रही है, Ram becomes our subject. And what are we talking about Ram? He plays cricket. So plays cricket becomes your predicate. Then we did the second variety, that was of the imperative sentences where we include commands, orders, advice, etc. So say for example, I tell you open the window. So open the window, to whom am I talking? Open the window is a 3-word sentence. We cannot identify any subject in this. So what do we do in these kind of sentences? In imperative, we assume that YOU is the subject. For example, we are saying that you open the window, so you becomes your subject and open the window becomes your predicate. Coming over to the third variety, we had talked about interrogative sentence. For example, I ask you, how are you feeling? Okay, so that is an interrogative sentence. If I say, wow, I am feeling so happy, this is an example of your exclamatory sentence. So interrogative and exclamatory, every time you have to convert it into assertive. You have to change it into assertive sentence, and once when you change it into assertive sentence, very easily you can find out what is the subject and what is the predicate. I hope I am very clear with the topic, and if you have any confusion, feel free to discuss in the online classes. We will be definitely re-revising as well as discussing all the answers of your grammar book exercises, and God bless you all.